those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. A broken man without a path, a vagrant aimless without a mouth. Took 2 long breaths and just one more till my lungs couldn't hold another. For you and me, and those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. Baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. A broken man without a path, a vagrant aimless without a mouth. Some kisses your cheek and then grazes your neck, makes my lips so damn jealous. For you and me, and those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. Take my picture with you when you go out west, those baby blues. Then just say it with your chest, those baby blues. Now, don't forget about me, yeah, I will do my best, those baby blues. Yeah, and that's true for me and you. Those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. A broken man without a path, a vagrant aimless without a mouth. Took 2 long breaths and just one more till my lungs couldn't hold another.
Yeah, what is up, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium? It's your guy Swank. It is Tuesday. It is 8:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that can only mean one thing. It is time for the K-Gun Report, brought to you by Buff Fan Basin 26 shirts. Huge win over Kansas City this last weekend. Right in the ship. We're very excited to talk about this game with the one and only legend of our show, legend of the Buffalo Bills, Mr. Mark Maddox will be joining us tonight. We're going to talk KC. We're going to talk about this trade deadline stuff. We're going to preview Miami. Get all of your questions ready for our guy, Mark. Can't wait. Here we go. Oh, my God.
Hey Bills Mafia, this is Don Beebe of the Buffalo Bills, and you're listening to the one and only K-Gun Report. Oh, and you all know, go Buffalo.
That's right. You all know. So, before we get into any of the intro stuff, hey, Scooter Magoo, we got this comment over on YouTube. Where is the link? So if we can get that link over to him, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's been sent. It's been sent.
Okay. Guys, welcome to the K-Gun Report, Season 6, Episode 34. We'll be joined by Mark here shortly. That's right, our guest, legendary Bills linebacker, Mr. Mark Maddox. Right next to me, right over here, is one half of the gruesome twinsome. That is Scooter Magooter. Scott, what do you got on a Victory Tuesday?
Say Victory Tuesday over probably division rivals are one thing, but it seems like this interconference rival is more of a rivalry nowadays than any of these divisional rivals. So I'm here for that. Cheers, go Bills.
Hell yeah. And as if we planned it, right when 500 people started watching, the man himself, Mr. Mark Maddox.
Mark, he was bringing one person in at a time, so it worked out perfect.
Oh, yeah, man. You're right here. Guys, best friend of the show. We love him so much. Mr. Mark Maddox. Mark, how's it going, man? Can you hear us?
Yes. Hello. Hi. How are you? How are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing great, man.
You had the mouth open.
Wait, no, listen. I went on YouTube because I'm like, you guys are going to send me this link tonight. I'm getting this link. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And I hear double voices, and I'm like, what is going on? The other link was still open.
So my band, we just started doing our weekly Monday live stream. We play some songs for like an hour. I did the same exact thing. First episode back, I had the YouTube thing playing in the background. Everything doubled up. It freaked me out. So, happens to the best of us. Mark, so glad you could join us, man. Sorry about the little confusion in the beginning here. We didn't know. Unfortunately, Jerry can't make it tonight. He's got a whole house full of sick family members.
Yep.
So
Okay, then get out of here.
Get back soon, but
okay, it's going to be delayed, Corbin.
Oh my God.
Golly, Corbin.
So
it's never simple. It's never simple.
Tell me about it, man. It's all life. That's what we try to project on the show. It's just all life, you know. So what's been going on since we saw you last here at the Rager?
Oh, it's only been almost 2 months now. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Not much. I've just been doing nonprofit stuff. Still trying to get everything set up. We're gonna start getting our blessing bags ready for the homeless coming up around Thanksgiving.
Nice.
I got to contact my guy over at the Cardinals. I usually do the blessing bags just locally here. We don't do that all over. So that's our next cause is the blessing bags. So I've been working on that. I had a buddy who wanted to help me raise some funds. So I started selling some jerseys, autographed jerseys. He has a company, eBay store or something, Nickel City Legends. And he was saying, hey, let's do this. And I'm like, okay. But but it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work, because I didn't expect. I've sold like 50 jerseys just over the weekend.
Wow.
But I'm doing the labeling, and I send him the labels, and he does all the shipping. But I'm talking to people in Messenger, and it's not just okay. It's $75. Here's Venmo. Da 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 da. It's a conversation. It's a little bit longer. So we're having conversation for 10, 15 minutes, and with 50 people, that adds up. And then for creating a spreadsheet and doing all of that stuff. I worked on it over the weekend, except for Saturday afternoon and Sunday. I went to LA to Newport Beach to do a fundraiser over there. Oh, you got it right there. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, and we also
stuff.
Yeah, we also ended up. I just found out today that I can.
Oh, we lost your audio there, Mark. Can't hear you.
So until Mark comes back on, guys, Bills Mafia Nation is Mark's Facebook page. We also reposted out the same exact information on our social media, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium. So you see it right there for Swank. Mark's got those signed Bills jerseys. The prices are right there. Contact him. It sounds like he likes that 15, 20 minute, half an hour dialogue before. But that's a nice list of jerseys there. So if you're looking for any of these old school ones too, that Darryl Talley and Cornelius Bennett, pretty sexy, I tell you.
Yeah, it's sweet, man. I saw the Christie one too. That was always like a super intriguing one for me, man. I thought that would be a fun jersey to have. So, and current players as well as legends.
Hello.
There he is. Yeah, we got you now.
Thank you. And somehow it connected to my phone. Like, come on, really?
Technology.
So wait. Yeah. So my guy, he tells me today that he has, I can get Bruce Smith, Thurman Thomas. He has Doug Flutie, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah. Cole Bishop, Steve. Of course, he has Steve Christie. We know that. Joe Ferguson, who was just with Jim Kelly at the last game, Keith McKellar, Carwell Gardner, Ryan Lindell, Sam Adams. So Shane Conlon, Peerless Price, and Jerry Butler, my guy, Jerry Butler.
Awesome.
But that's a pretty nice little collection. I have my number 12 there. I have Jim Kelly's number 12. I'm a Joe Ferguson fan as well. He wore number 12. I think that, okay. I'll have to look out for that list.
Yeah. So I'm going to redo another one maybe this weekend, but it's a lot of work, man. I'm just like, I was on the computer one day so long that when I was looking at it, I was seeing double and triple and saying, oh, yeah, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. Done. Oh, cool. Yeah, so check that out. Mark's got it plastered all over his Facebook. The prices are they're really reasonable too, man. Like, I think those are pretty legit prices for especially the list of guys you have on here and the current players too. I think that's probably the cheapest I've seen some of these guys.
Oh my God. Now you tell me I could have raised the price.
Oh, hey, sorry. Cut that. No.
Rewind.
Those are great prices.
They really are, man.
But no, that's all I've been doing. Now we've only been to, as far as the backers, going to the backers location. We went to Albuquerque, New Mexico as our first stop. Always love going there. Like I said, great people, but it's starting to ramp up. Well, where we'll hit our next four or five spots out of town in the next 2 months. So we're going to Vegas in a couple weeks, and then we're going to go to after Vegas, I think it's San Antonio and a couple other places, but El Paso. We're ready.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
My kids are. Let me say, my kids are in the other room watching YouTube right now. So we added another person to watch because that's why they came in here. And he goes, "It's behind. It's behind."
Yep.
It's to edit out all the swear words. That's
They turn. If we start swearing, they'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're pretty good about that when they're watching something on YouTube or something like that. As soon as you hear a swear word, it stops. They find something else.
Yep.
I will give my kids credit about that.
My kids do this, Mark. They hear it, then they look up, see if we heard it.
Yeah.
They go, oh, no, we heard it. Get rid of it.
Well, he like I said, my son, he hears it and he clicks off of it and he's like, he didn't say anything.
My nephews, man, they have a swear jar for me, and I try to keep it clean around them, obviously. But the new album we just put out, they love listening to the music, but there's some cursing on that. So like they think if they keep listening to the album, they've been tailing it up like, Uncle Justin, you owe us like $50 because we listened to your album 10 times. And I'm like, what? No, like it doesn't work like that, man.
Yeah, it does not work that way.
Nope.
Hey guys, before we get along too far, a cool thing that's been happening these last couple weeks, we have been picking up sponsors, and we're very, very stoked about it, and super grateful that anybody wants to advertise on this show. That's amazing. So this week's sponsor is Trails End Restaurant in Dresden. There's a place in Dresden where the air smells like Sunday morning, Mark. Fresh bread, sizzling bacon, and coffee that could wake you with a smile.
Bacon, I already have a smile.
At Trails End Restaurant, comfort food isn't just a menu item, it's a promise. Hearty home-style meals made from fresh quality ingredients, pies baked that very morning, and folks who greet you like family, even if it's your first time through the door. Stop by Trail End Restaurant today, Route 14, Main Street, Dresden, because sometimes the best trails lead you home. These little
like that.
Got some good taglines, man.
Nice.
Check out Trails End Restaurant, and thank you guys so much for sponsoring today's show with the amazing Mr. Mark Maddox. Mark,
Beautiful.
there's so many people on these comments. I can't even bring. You're gonna be pissed at me, I know it, but that's okay. We got Doug. What's up, everyone? Not sure if this is Victory Tuesday with the amazing beatdown of KC or Therapy Tuesday with Bean's lack of anything. Oh, so some people are pretty upset, man. Today was the trade deadline. There was rumors that Bean was sniffing around, knocking on some doors, calling some other GMs, but alas, nothing happened. And some people were thinking wide receiver help. Some people were thinking maybe D tackle help. Mark, what do you think? Are you upset at all that we didn't pick anybody up?
No. Anytime, the trade comes and goes, it's like, what product you have on your team, and the only way you're going to make a trade is something of dire need that you must have, or something that's going to put you over the top. We have more than enough capable receivers. Josh did it last year. He'll do it this year. He has a good supporting cast around him, and that's what it's about. Defensively, yeah, we might be a little bit thin defensively on the line and stuff like that, but you're not going to find some guy to come in here and take over. I've seen someone talking about getting Max Crosby or some other edge rusher, and it's like, so basically, are you telling me that you're not happy with what we have? Because you want to bring someone else in. Are you not happy with the product that we're putting on the field? And half the time, what a lot of people really truly don't look at it's not the product that's on the field. It's the play calling. It's the play design. It's what defense are you running to make those guys open. Any player that looks good on the edge, your edge guys will win some one-on-one battles, but those guys are getting chipped. Those guys are getting double teamed. It comes down to what is your defensive coordinator doing to free them up, to make them look good, And so, it's things like that. I'm happy with, everyone on that team,
Mm-hmm.
And the only time you really truly need a trade is if you're looking for that one key piece that's going to put you over the top. But then what is it going to cost you? Is it going to cost you more than what it's actually worth?
Mm.
Then I would say I'm completely happy that nothing happened today. Completely happy.
Yeah, I'm there. I think the depth that Bean has built on this roster is as good as it's ever been right now. I know, again, people are talking about Josh Allen and this window and wide receivers and blah, blah, blah. You had a 100-yard receiver and a 100-yard rusher against one of the best teams in football on Sunday. I think we're doing okay. So for me, I wasn't too down about it either. I think they know what they're doing. I think that sometimes trying to push a square peg into a round hole doesn't always work. Cooper last year, I mean, it was cool for a couple games. He got hurt most of the season. It didn't really pay off in the end. So I'm good with where they're at. Scott, what do you think?
I'm that way too. Obviously, fans of the game, they like to see a big splash play, right? But for $3.3 million of the cap, what kind of big splash were you going to make? Defensive end, I like where you went there, Mark. Yeah, again, are you not liking what Bosa did against the Chiefs? Are you not liking what Russo's been doing? What Epenesa's been doing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are balling out.
Yep. And then the wide receivers, I saw the list of wide receivers they potentially can get, and none of those guys are doing well on the team they're currently on. So what is magically going to happen to bring that guy to a team where everybody eats? So it's not. It's a scheme that they're gonna have to fit, and if Bean can't find someone that's gonna fit the scheme and be an immediate starter, because why do that unless you're gonna have someone come directly in? It doesn't make sense. So yes, as a fan, you want to be like, oh, what's he gonna do? But if he does nothing, I believe he did enough in the offseason to beat the Chiefs, because we just saw it happen 2 days ago. So what more do you want? What more do you want now?
I hear you, and I agree with you there. And if you think of, like, if you go with your basic offensive personnel package, which is 2 backs, 1 tight end, and 2 receivers, if you bring in another high-priced receiver, do you take Shakir out or Coleman out? And if you know what I mean? And you got Kincaid, who can play a receiver or tight end. You got Knox, and then you got the depth of the other guys that are on the team. Where is that immediate impact going to come from? Because if you bring in a guy like that and you run a base offense with 2 receivers, who's gone, Shakir or Coleman? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Right.
That's what you're looking at. And then, like you said, the costs and stuff like that.
I know a lot of people are beating the table for the Hoyt replacement. Yes, Hoyt got hurt, Achilles tendon rupture. He's out for the rest of the season. But if you watch the film and you watch what Solomon did replacing Hoyt, I mean, where was this before? But I think the Buffalo Bills can utilize him in a similar position. And I know it's college, but he led the FBS in sacks 2 years ago in college. So he knows how to get to the quarterback. So let's be patient with that.
Yeah, I think Solomon came in and he made a really great play pursuing Patrick Mahomes, and then he blew a screen coverage. And that's kind of what you get. Like, he also hasn't taken a lot of reps. He's made his way onto this roster for the last 3 seasons in a row as a depth component. I'm fine with what we have. I am so bummed out that Hoyt got hurt. He had this juice that just seemed to electrify this defense. But was it 100% that, or was it that McDermott has been calling the plays? I know he has. Mark, have you been watching him, man?
I haven't been watching him. And especially this last week, I didn't get a chance to watch because we were in LA at a backer's place and I was doing a lot of talking to everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Sure. Yeah.
So, Mark, when you see a coach on the sideline and he's doing a lot of this,
yeah,
is he the one calling the plays?
he could be, but he also could be, he could be talking to the coordinator also, and not wanting, they could be discussing what they want to do, because any good head coach should be involved in everything.
Yep.
And because I know when we were playing, Marv would, especially I noticed my first year because I was the signal caller. I flashed all the signals in to Carlton Bailey, and Marv was right down there talking to Walt Corey about things and what was going on, either in the headphones or just in person. So they're very involved. So, and today with the way things are in technology, and these guys are covering up just so they don't get, signal stolen or saying, oh, they're going to run this defense and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so let's get right into the nitty-gritty of the game here. We've been doing this new thing on the show, Mark. It's called 3 Up and 3 down.
3 up, 3 down. Brought to you by the FLX Mafia. Bills fans in the Finger Lakes.
Jared's voice has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I heard about that. Someone who was trying to kiss a little crow was telling me that, oh, you're like our favorite person. This is the best time. You're the favorite. Yeah. I was like, wah, wah, wah. No, I was just kidding.
We were busting on him last week because he's been doing really good making all these little videos and stuff like that, and it's been great. But like he'll do his own voiceover on him sometimes. So the old 3 up, 3 down video, we've only been doing it for this season, but the one he made originally was like Jared going 3 up and 3 down.
And very nasally too.
Yeah. At the end of it gets really. So we were busting his chops last week, and then he changed it for this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me about it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for it.
So yeah, man, 3 up, 3 down. We got offensive up, offensive down, defensive up, defensive down, special teams up and down. Big win over Kansas City, 28-21, brought us to 6-2. We'll start on the offensive side. And Mark, you got an offensive up from the game this last week?
Yeah. And you were talking about, he said players, right?
Yep.
Like, okay. Yeah. Well, it's just common sense that I went with J&J, James and Josh. Those two, were by far, nothing needs to be said. Solid, efficient, confident performance again. Plain and simple.
I love it. Right in the heart of it, man. Oh, yeah. 23-26. I love Josh Allen had his best completion percentage game in his whole career the same day that Mahomes had his worst. It just fills your heart with joy. But yeah, Josh Allen getting right back, right in the whole trajectory here, and James Cook doing what he does. It just was beautiful. Scott, what do you got for an up?
Interesting thing about Josh is I saw that right now, comparable to his 2024 numbers, he's outperforming his MVP season last year. Just saying. Yeah, I know when and where, but he's doing it. I'm going Dalton Kincaid. 6 for 101 and a touchdown. He got some separation on a lot of plays. Obviously, they run a couple plays that are specific for him, and he was matched up with a linebacker, and that type of tight end that he is, he should win that one-on-one matchup, and he did. But what I like about it is Dalton Kincaid, obviously, his rookie year became a comfort zone for Josh Allen, but Josh Allen skipped a lot of wide open guys this past week. I watched the all-22. He purposely did not throw it to some of the guys coming across the middle to let Kincaid get open or get into that second level, which is, I mean, if you got the time and you can trust your line like he does, do it. But he's trusting him to where he's taking some of these easy passes and waiting for Kincaid to get open. And 23 for 26, he did a hell of a job doing that. So Kincaid will be my up for this week.
I like it. Since all the low-hanging fruit is now taken, I will say this offensive line, man, putting up a 100-yard rusher against this defense who has not allowed a 100-yard rusher since Lamar Jackson last season and has not allowed a running back 100 yards since 2023. So big up to this O-line being physical and really coming in with a different chip on their shoulder since before the bye.
Really, all of 2024, they didn't have one. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
One comment about the O-line on one play that I was like amazed. I was just like, finally, oh my God. Spencer Brown took, oh my God, I can't think of his name now. What's their guy? Chris Jones on a run play and just absolutely destroyed him. And I was just like, finally, I'm not going to talk about you. I was so happy. I was so excited. It was amazing.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but Osiris Torrance did that too to him. So these guys got some attitude, man.
Yeah, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know if there was just like a little bit of complacency or something. I don't know what was going on, but I just love the way both sides of the trenches are playing right now. It's amazing. Offensive, if we switch the sides here, and Scott, I'll let you go first this time, man. Offensive down, what do you got?
That's a tough one. I don't have anything written down. I guess I don't know the tendencies with play calls. I did like the play calls this week, but sometimes he just starts when something works, he goes right to it right away. There was one call, I believe it was a counter to James Cook that was run twice in a row. So we got to get away from that. The first one was successful. Obviously, he went back to it because it was successful, and the second one didn't work. So got to spread it out a little more, set more plays up in that regard. But no, it was offensively, it was a pretty stellar day for the Buffalo Bills.
I like it very much. You were pointing there, Mark. You got your stance.
Yeah, no. I was pointing because that's where I was going to go with the down. My down was the offensive play calling at the end of the game, the decision making to run the ball 3 straight times and be set up for 4th and 6. Keep mixing it up. Don't just do what you do.
Yeah.
Don't get complacent. And I felt at that point in time, that's where they were kind of complacent. I didn't feel that was a great opportunity for the team.
Is that what led up to that field goal that was missed?
I believe so. Yeah. I think it was.
So if you played your game and got closer, it might have been a bit easier shot for Prater. Yeah.
I always praise Spags on his defensive play calling because he does not back down. He's always aggressive. I think on the flip side of that, offensively, they were owning them damn near all game, and you just keep your foot down and keep doing. I mean, this like 4 plays before that, the previous plays before they got the first down that led to the doink. He did roll out to his right and throw a little pass to James Cook. You know, why not do that? Why not do these little things? Instead, you're just running it right up the gut. They're expecting it. It's not – I mean, it doesn't need to be flashy and special. You can just trust your offense a little bit more.
Yeah, and I can understand if he's worried about, a turnover. I get that. I understand that. But guess what? You can have a turnover on a running play just as easy as you can on a passing play or a sack, forced fumble. It can happen at any point in time. The thing is, you stay aggressive. You got your foot on their throat. Next thing you know, you want the cleat at the back of their thorax trying to go through their spine. Okay? So you just keep going. Plain and simple. You don't just stop and say, oh, we're going to do this and play it safe, because you expected to get 3 points out of it. And guess what we got? Nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, man, my down, I'm going right with you. I am not impressed with Joe Brady. I know we're winning. I'm not trying to lift a gift horse in the mouth. I went a little nut about all those pitch plays they did last week. Haven't done it all season. Now it's pitch. It was either a pitch or a wide receiver screen 60% of the plays.
Yep.
And what'd you do as soon as you came out here? You pitched the ball, and then you never did it again. And I'm like, do you think that Spags and the Chiefs were like, all they're going to do is pitch? Like, do you think that you're so clever that's going to fool this whole defense? Like, they're not going to hand it off. They pitched it the whole game last week. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the mindset. It's obvious to me that this line, this quarterback, this running back, these this team is physical enough to do what they want to do. So just impose your will on this team that's supposed to be so amazing. Why are we getting cute? I don't need it. Like, you can be smart. You can throw a little trickery in here and there, but this was just like, I don't know. I don't understand what we were trying to accomplish with doing all that. And to me, that means all last week was to set up that one play this week to try and pull one over on the Chiefs, and that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, it's the NFL. These guys, you have athletes out there, and they're going to adjust, and it comes down to coaching and what the coaches are doing. You have your game plan. You know what works. You know what doesn't work. You go through your plays, and you go in at halftime. You make your adjustments, and you go from there.
Yep. Absolutely.
But you don't change things up. In the playoffs, I will say that you do have a couple new plays in the playoff that end up showing up that you'll practice throughout the year before you even utilize them. But you get out there and, Yeah, like I said, you know what works. You know what you guys do best. You know what your linemen do best. You know how they block best. You know it's a little bit different running to Dion's side than it is running to Spencer's side.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what's good over there. That's what you run over there. You know what's good over here. That's what you run over here. Don't try to get fancy and try to run something that Dion does really well and expect Spencer Brown to do it really well, because it's not going to happen.
Sure.
You know, plain and simple.
Absolutely. I have a quick question about that, Mark. We always hear about coaches holding stuff back, and you kind of alluded to that, like maybe in the playoff there'll be a player or two here.
Mhm.
Is there a scenario in your experience where a game would be close and a coordinator or a coach would refuse to call a play that they think would actually work, even though they hadn't shown it and they were trying to save it? Is there such a thing as like, we're not even going to put it here?
I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt that a coach would do that, because they're trying to win a ball game, and if they see that the defense is doing something that they may be able to exploit on certain down situations, and it would have to be the perfect situation, because coaches come up, their game plan is, I'm pretty sure today, is way more analytical than it was when I played, with all the analytics and stuff like that, and how much information they can get based on what they like to run on 3rd and 7, what they like to play defense on 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, that on 3rd and 4, they run this defense 75% of the time. Well, we have a play that works for that, but we haven't run it yet because we're saving it for the playoffs, because we know we're probably going to see one of these teams in the playoffs. But if you're down 7 points or you're down 3 points and you know that this is something and it's on your sheet, you're going to call it.
Yeah.
If it's on the coach's sheet, they're going to call it. But if it's not on the sheet, they're not going to call it. And
Gotcha.
so they're not going to try to put it in because they weren't prepared for it, because they didn't prepare for it during the week versus that defense. So then, no, they wouldn't. But if they have something on their sheet that they will work, but they don't want to show, they're going to show it.
Yeah.
So kind of a break glass in case of an emergency. Something.
Exactly.
Use it. We
Yeah.
need to win.
Yeah. Well, and that, to me, that makes sense. I don't know how any team at any given year would purposely lose a game by not trying something that they know could give them a better chance of winning than not, just because they want to save it in case they get into the that doesn't make any sense to me. If it's going to work, put it out there and win this game now so that we can get a ticket to the dance,
Yeah. And it's going to have to be one of those plays that they have practiced enough during the week or throughout the year, because you may just run it once or twice, then I can see them not running it in the game. It's like when I was coaching high school, I had a coach who, oh my God, just don't even get me started. But I had a coach who, we played a team, Desert Vista, and they like to run jet sweep or fly sweep with their receiver. Okay. The school that I was coaching at, we never ran fly sweep or jet sweep. It wasn't even in our playbook. Okay. But now that we're going to play this school, he wants to get fancy and try to run jet sweep against them, or fly sweep, whatever you want to call it. He wants to run fly sweep against them. And we're like, me and my other coach go, why? They do it every day. They see it every day in practice. They run it. So if they run it, don't you think their coaches know how to defend it?
Right.
We don't have the practice of the handoff, the timing. There's so much that goes into it. We can run it 10, 15 times, and we still aren't going to be prepared to run it full speed in a game and be successful with it, because we don't have that timing and the mechanics. So, I can see them not running a play if they don't have the mechanics all together.
Right.
But if they've been running it all year and you're in the playoffs or something like that, oh yeah, they're going to run that play.
Yeah. Awesome. That's what I figured, man. But you hear all these, there's just all these theories and things, and it's like the regular season win versus the playoff win versus the KC record here and there. I think everybody wants to win everything all the time. So what are we talking about?
The main reason you see newer plays in the playoffs and things in the playoffs is because the teams have been practicing them all year, throughout the year. Like you might see more reverses in the playoffs, but you don't see them during the regular season. Okay. But the reason is because they've been working on them once this week or twice this week. And then a couple of weeks later, they do it again, but that's just getting prepared to what they're going to run. But I can guarantee you in the playoffs, that reverse will have been put in there versus what they think it's going to come up against in certain situations. So yeah, they will do it then. But other than that, yeah, coaches they have a game plan and they're sticking to their game plan.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to have something on their sheet that they're not going to call. If it's on their sheet, it's go.
I love it. Yep. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 1,162 of you watching live right now with myself, Scooter, and Mr. Mark Maddox, the longtime belt-wearing champion guest appearance. the top rope, the top of the mountain, Mr. Mark Maddox. I think he's been on the show 874 times, if I'm not mistaken. It's amazing. We do have a sponsor tonight. It is Trails End Restaurant, and we got a little commercial that our poor sicky boy Barry put together for us. So we're gonna play that right now, and go give Trails End all your money.
There's a place in Dresden where the air smells like Sunday morning. Fresh bread, sizzling bacon, and coffee that could wake you with a smile. At Trails End Restaurant, comfort food isn't just a menu item, it's a promise. Hearty home-style meals made from fresh quality ingredients. Pies baked that very morning. And folks who greet you like family, even if it's your first time through the door. Stop by Trails End Restaurant today. Route 14, Main Street, Dresden. Because sometimes the best trails lead you home.
That's right. Sometimes the best trails lead you home. Thanks to Trails End for sponsoring today's program. Let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. Mark, I think you got a little experience with defensive NFL football. So what would be your defensive up from this game?
Oh, my God. I mean, finally, I'm not talking bad about this person. Okay. So I'm going to give him his credit because he balled out yesterday or Sunday. Cole Bishop. Yeah. Cole Bishop had a heck of a game. Yep. I was surprised. And that was what he needed. And I'm just praying that it can continue. You know, he made a bunch of key pass breakups in that game. And I give him a lot of credit. He was a big up point on the defense.
I love it. I think that's a clear example of not giving up on somebody, right? In the not for long league that we talk about so often, a lot of people are starting to get down on Cole Bishop, but man, things are starting to line up for him. And I'll tell you, one of the things that I was so stoked on, aside from those back-to-back plays where he's knocking balls down, but in the back of the end zone, drilling Travis Kelce right in the chest. Oh my God, I loved it so much. That little dude just taking Travis down. Oh my God, it was great. But yeah, Cole Bishop, great game, man. A coming out game to me. So, Scooter, what do you got?
I got someone in mind, but I had a question for Mark. I mentioned last week on the K-Gun Report the importance of having, obviously, the Bills' two-zone defense that they play with McDermott. They have someone that's in the box all the time. When it was Poyer and Hyde, it was always Poyer, and Hyde played back. This year it would have been Rapp and Bishop, and I always thought Bishop and Rapp were the similar kind of defensive players. They lay the wood if they have to. They can play in the box. Do you think it's a benefit in disguise? I mean, we hate injuries, but with Jordan Poyer back there being able to play that zone and having Bishop be able to be more free and come up and put the hammer on people, do you think that kind of pairing could benefit the Bills more than having Rapp back there, who is now injured?
Yeah, I mean, you have to find out what works best for you. And we know that Poyer will hit you and he will come up. And so I think Poyer is a lot better tackler than Bishop. Just from what I've been seeing, with Bishop, in the history of Poyer. So it makes it easier, like you said, to free Bishop up and have Poyer as that physical person, more physical, and able in the league long enough. When you're in the league, you know what to look for and what to do. the game is slowed down for you. The game is like second nature. Like you see something, boom, you're ready to go. And with Bishop learning, it becomes one of those learn experiences where he will get better. But I think this matchup is a great combination.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I thought, and thank you for that. My up defensively, guys, I'm going with the Maxwell Harrison. He only got 50% of the snaps, 30 snaps total, but he proved exactly why the Buffalo Bills went after him in the first round, and he's demonstrating quick that he is a force to be reckoned with over on that side. Not only could he turn his hips and keep up with the fastest guy in the NFL, but he can also go up and grab the ball. He can also break with these guys, and he can make tackles. So not his debut, that was a week prior, but I think there's Bills fans out there that are harping on the Coleman versus Worthy draft pick 2 years ago. And I obviously said Xavier Worthy wasn't the guy that fit the Bills scheme. We brought someone in that can cover that opponent now. I think that we can check that part off the box. I think that was an answer that had to have been addressed, and I think the Bills did it with Hairston. So my up is him. I think, Mark, like you said, experience will give you the confidence, will give you the ability. You got to trust your own confidence because you got drafted for a reason. So I think Harrison is trusting in himself, and it's showing on the field. And he hung with the fastest guy in the NFL. He hung with Mahomes' biggest weapon, and I love seeing it. He did a great job.
Yeah, one of the things that one thing I've learned is I let the people upstairs do their job. Okay, I don't question what they're doing, even if they get a turd. They just made a mistake. Okay. I look at my 1 year when I came in, and I forgot who the guy. I remember the guy. I'm just not going to call him out. That they drafted in early rounds, and in 4 years he like never played. Always hurt or something. Always hurt something, and then they get a kid from a Division II school, undersized, underweight, and that kid lasts 10 years in the league. They have a method to their madness, and I don't question it. Sometimes they hit it right and sometimes they don't, but not every team always hits it right. Look at some of these quarterbacks who come out number one in the top 10, the top 5, top 10, top 15 quarterbacks, and they're absolute turds.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, seriously. But then you're going to get mad at them, but you wanted them to draft them in the first place. And then they end up not being that great. Or you look at, I'll give you a great example of another kid. Let's look at Terrell Bernard. Okay. Look at Tremaine Edmonds and Terrell Bernard. Everybody would have preferred to have Tremaine Edmonds on that team because of his size, his speed, and all of this and that. But Tremaine Edmonds, to me, was not physical. He wouldn't come up and lay the wood. He wouldn't come up and hit you as an offensive lineman, hit, shed, and make a play. Terrell Bernard, undersized, smaller than Edmonds, to me is 10 times better than Edmonds. That's just my opinion. But I'm not going to doubt why these offensive, GMs pick who they pick, because they do this for a living. Let them do their job, and it's either going to work or it's not going to work. And they're going to make mistakes, but no team is going to pick, in the draft. If they get 7 picks, they're not going to pick 7 guys who are going to still be on that team. They may pick someone in the first round who's not going to make it. They may pick, or they're going to be here because they done gave them a lot of money, but they're going to pan out. They're not going to pan out. Hi, baby. And so, but she's trying to keep me calm right now. But yeah, but it's just so frustrating when people want to criticize what these guys are doing, but they don't know how much film they watch, how much stuff they look at, how much time they invest into figuring out what's the best thing. And it's just not like one guy at a position. They're looking at 50, 60, 70, 100 guys throughout the United States and even across seas in some of the programs over there trying to find what is best fit for the team.
Right. Yeah, I think kind of what you're describing too is like Landon Jackson's situation right now, right? 3rd round pick, but he can't get a jersey. He can't get on the field for whatever reason. He's not active on game days, minus like one time. But does that mean he's a bust? I mean, we're talking about quarterbacks and stuff. Josh Rosen, he was going to be better than all the quarterbacks came out of there, right? And you can go through that whole list with Baker and Sam Darnold, and these dudes are just finding their footing now. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have been doing it since they got drafted, like year 2. Give them year 2 if you want, but like that's 7 years that they've been just getting better and better and better and being in the playoffs and doing high quality work at their position. Where all these so-called experts were figuring Josh Rosen would be doing that, or would be doing.
He's the only one without a job in that class right now.
Yeah, I think he's in the Canadian Football League right now.
Hey,
I respect him. Yeah,
you betcha.
You betcha, there, buddy.
Well, you betcha.
All right, real quick, my up, man. You said everything I wanted to say about Maxwell Harrison. By the way, he covering worthy that interception. I'm so happy for that kid. It's awesome. I'll go real quick on it. McDermott, whatever his involvement is right now with Babbage and the play calling, it is working. It has elevated this defense to the next level, to the point where like that Hoyt injury still hurts, but I am not anywhere near as worried as I might have been a couple weeks ago. I think this team, defensively and offensively, but defensively is just playing with a different chip. We're not talking about the safety play anymore. We're not talking about the secondary like at all. Really, to me, linebacker play is like the thing that's like kind of the question mark right now, where it's like we don't really know what we're getting between the injuries and everything else, but it's all worked so well together with these young guys stepping up, these suspended guys stepping up, and it's just it looks like a completely different defense. So I'm excited about that, but whatever McD's role is, awesome. If we switch over to the defensive down, I'll hit it really quick. I want Harrison to take that CB2 position this week. I want him to have all the reps. I love Trey White to death. It's time to put him on the bench and let him enjoy the game from afar and root everybody on and come in here and there. But I think Harrison has earned it. I'm 100% there. Give him more playing time. That's my defensive down. He can play all the snaps he wants. Mark, what do you think? Did you not like anything from the defense this week?
I did. There was one time, and this kind of goes on coaches also. So I'm going on coaches and the players on that 4th and 17. Okay, on that 4th and 17, you have one job: stop them. Yeah. There's no way they should get 17 yards. If you're a linebacker, either defensively, you either blitz them, put the pressure, ball out quick, make a play. Okay. That's one of your first choices. Next, you can play man with 2 deep, or you can play man free, where you can have someone watch Mahomes and still have one safety over top. But they chose to play zone. Okay. And watching them, I rewatched it today. When he told me about the ups and downs, I wanted to see exactly what happened, because I didn't want to give it to Bishop, because I was hoping it wasn't Bishop that made the mistake on the play. And it was a combination of the linebackers and the corners, but it was more Bernard when it happened, because as a linebacker, if I'm playing in a game and it's 4th and 17, I'm dropping back to the sticks. Okay. I'm at the sticks. Anything in front of me, they're not getting to the sticks. I'm going to have my head on a swivel trying to find where is the next closest receiver who he could throw the ball to. Now, he's got to throw the ball 17 yards from the line of scrimmage, and he's already dropped back about 10 yards. He's got a 30-plus yard to throw the ball, 30 yards to throw the ball. I can react to that. Anyone can react to that, to be close enough to knock the ball down, possibly interception. But if you're not looking where the receivers are, you're not going to do what you want. Bella, that's kind of loud, baby.
I
I know. I'm like,
thought that was Scooter's garage door.
no.
I get a warning if I'm out too late. The garage door opens.
You can take it in your room. That and turn it. Yeah, and yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it'll probably be loud in there too because it's wide open. But in there. So what ends up happening is you look. That's when you make Patrick Mahomes beat you. Okay, if he's going to run the ball, he's not going to run the ball 20 some yards on you without getting them. So, drop back to the sticks, find the receivers, make him run, come up, make the play, game over.
I like it. A lot. Scooter, man, did you have a down?
Mark took it. I had the down was Bernard on that 4th and long, and I have written down extended plays, zone play confusion. So I know that play you're talking about. He dropped back. You could see him in front of the line, the scrimmage, the gain, but then he's looking to the side and he dropped into the zone close to another guy that was next to him, was probably Bishop, which allowed the guy to get behind him and wide open. So it was just the extended play confusion I saw in some of the zone play, but that can be corrected by getting to the quarterback quicker so they can't extend it.
Yeah, Bishop was deeper. He was deep because he came up to force him out of bounds. So it was like you said, it was just that he didn't have his head on a swivel. And if he would have looked to seen him running across, he would have drifted back out to make him throw the ball either higher or something like that. But it's about relationships. And that's one thing that they don't really teach in high school. They don't really do a lot in college. And even in the pros, they tell you, but they let you get away with it. But you just don't you just defensive impairment.
Same difference, right? Same difference.
Don't blame me. I'm playing defense all the time. Shoot. And so, but yeah, it's just one of those things. When I teach my linebackers, yeah, you have a spot on the field where you're supposed to go in zone, but when there's a man in your zone, you're playing man. And you're trying to get as close to them as possible.
Yep.
And if someone's taking you out of your zone, you go out of your zone until someone brings you back into your zone.
Makes sense, man. It absolutely makes sense. I do want to say one thing about like that play pissed me off, and I'm pretty sure Trey passed him off, and that was one of those things where he was the corner that he passed him off to whatever the safeties or the linebacker.
Yeah, they were. Not to cut you off, they were playing zone defense. Yeah, they were playing zone defense, and the way the zone is, Rice came from defensively the left side of the field and worked across the right side of the field. Yep. So when he went in, I'm pretty sure Trey gave an in call or cross, and the person next to him should have looked to see him, and they should have alerted a crosser. Bernard should have looked and worked back out this way, but Bernard did like this and did like this. He didn't see him coming across, and then he threw the ball right here behind him, and it's like you can't make that play, but that comes from not getting enough depth because they got to get 17 yards. Okay, you get enough depth. That's the first thing that we're taught. Get to the sticks. Keep everything in front of the sticks, plain and simple. If you're in front of the sticks, someone catches it behind you, it does you no good. It's a first down.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, as much as that one, whatever, frustrated me, the thing that I think is like the bright spot in those type plays is that final play. The SWAT down. All I could think of was the Hail Mary. You got young guys up there, and they just bat, like not just one, two, three of them, batting it down, straight down to the turf. And I was like, yes, we finally learned our lesson. It's awesome. Thank you.
It was a rookie in Hancock that did it.
Yeah. Yep. Who is looking good too. Special teams wise, man, special team up for me. I think punt coverage is like about it. Or you could go Ray Davis. He's having a decent kickoff return year. I think we all can agree on the down.
Yep.
The doink down.
Doink.
But yeah, that is our 3 up and 3 down for the Kansas City game.
Tea time.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
What kind of tea is it? Green tea, raspberry. What kind we got there? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And my crumpets.
nice.
There
What,
you go. Little
Doritos.
Doritos. It looks like
Thank you,
a
baby.
ranch style right there.
Yeah, I think that looked like nacho to me.
Yeah, yep. Those are yours. Okay, these are
Yeah,
mine.
special
Thank you.
teams. Our punter's doing well. He had 3 punts with 2 inside the 20, which is good. And obviously the down Prater missed his only opportunity at field goal.
Absolutely. Lori says nice pinky, LMAO.
I had to do that because, you know,
I mean, you can see.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, special teams is, you know, everything was good. Except for, like you said, the doink. That was the worst part. But you know, you look at, you made your 4 extra points, so you better be happy about that.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So
For sure. I do like Prater's sense of accountability and his commitment to the team. Like being as old as he is and a veteran and whatever, journeyman. His little interview at the end there about his accountability was like, I don't know. That's what I want every guy that misses a play to sound like. Like,
yep.
I want you to know I understand that was on me, and I'm working every single day to make sure it doesn't happen again. And well, and it felt sincere. So, you know, that stuff happens. Like, you know,
and how much wind was going on at that point in time too, because the winds are crazy in there, because that ball started out inside the upright.
Yeah.
And as it got closer to the upright, it just worked its way out and hit it, you know.
Yeah, dude.
And
Sarah was like, "Oh, that's in."
oh
Yeah.
yeah, when I looked behind, I'm like, "Oh, that's good." And then I'm like, "Oh, snap. What's going on here?" But yeah.
It's like my golf swing.
Yeah,
Oh,
starts
no.
out.
Listen, you guys want to talk about a golf swing? I could be lined up. This is straight down the fairway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks straight. I will do like this.
Play
I
this.
will aim over here, and my ball will go.
Yep.
Still end up on the other side of the fairway
Yep.
somehow.
I'm the same
Don't
way.
ask me how.
Yeah, you gotta play the slice, man.
I told someone, listen, I'm like, I have the perfect divot when I golf. And only when I practice swing, I hit the ground nice, because it should go like this here. So this is what happens when I do my practice swing. I see my line on the grass. I go to hit the ball. My divot is like this. And I'm like, I come so far across the ball. Yeah. It's like that ball has no choice but to go like, shoo. Yeah.
Golf.
Well, we are at 9:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. Scoot, you good for a little bit longer? Talk a little about the Miami game.
Oh yeah.
Got almost 1,300 of you chiming in live. Don't forget, we are part of the Buff fan base, the founders of the Bills Mafia. Super proud to be part of that, and sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. Give Del Reed and the gang all of your money. They're doing great things. $2.3 million and counting donated to Western New York families in need. 26shirts.com. Go check them out. Miami had like a little bit of a fire sale down there today, I guess. Yeah. I didn't know, man. Maybe Waddle. I heard it on the radio today. Like maybe Waddle was a guy, and I'm like, there's no way they're gonna trade Waddle up to the Bills. Like that would be so stupid. But it did get me excited for a minute. Like,
Yep.
I think that would have been cool. Other than that, man, Jalen Phillips, I think he's gone. Did Fitzpatrick end up moving? No,
but there was talks about that. The GM is gone.
Yeah, the GM got new GM. Yeah, Mark, what do you think? This Miami team is just looking real deflated and defeated, and that can be dangerous. Achan's still down there doing his thing. What do you think about this game coming up here on Sunday?
Well, like I said, there's 3 teams that I hate playing: the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay. And I said it before and I'll say it again. I don't care what anyone says and what anyone thinks it's either going to be a blowout and you never know who the blowout's going to be by. Even though the Bills should predominantly win this game and beat the brakes off of them, it is not guaranteed. I could see us going down there getting blown out by them. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Like I said, division games work a few ways. There's going to be a blowout, but you don't know who it's going to be by. It's going to be a score. It's going to be a 10-point game, one team or the other. And otherwise, it's going to be whoever has the ball last. It's always something that's close, less than 10, or a blowout.
Yep.
And but you never know what's going to happen. And like I said, that's the games that I hate the most is playing against Miami, especially in Miami, but that's like, we called it Rich South when we were there. And now it's Highmark South, because we get so many fans. I'm like, our fans are absolutely amazing with how they travel. And it's just unbelievable the support that the team gets, which really, really, really helps. So, but I'm hoping for at least a two score 14, 17 point victory from the Bills. I really can see them doing that with the way they're playing. As long as they don't get complacent, offensive coordinator stays ahead of Miami's defense, we'll be all right.
I like it. I mean, they talk about like these kind of teams that are having seasons the way Miami's season's unfolding, and they're dangerous. They're going to pull out all the stops, and McDaniels is that kind of coach where he would do that anyway. So we'll see what happens. No Tyreek Hill, trading away some guys, new GM, all that stuff. Maybe they got something to prove, and maybe they have given up. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you guys right now, not to cut you off. When it comes to a team that has nothing to lose or that's losing or whatever, those guys are playing for pride. They're not doing anything but stuff for playing for pride. They're not going to go down. They're not going to go out and just shut it down and just be out there, because the worst thing a player can do when they're on the field is just go through the motions. If they're just going through the motions, someone's going to get hurt. Yeah. Because when you're not going full speed, you're going to get hurt. These guys, they're playing for a job next year. They're playing for their contracts. So it's always guys don't quit, plain and simple. I've never had a guy quit. And you always hear that, oh, they're in their contract year. Now they're really playing. No, they're just getting more stuff done. Yeah. And they played the same, whether it's a contract year or not a contract year. You're going to get 100% out of these guys, because these guys, they're competitors. Guys don't want to lose. When I was with the Cardinals, we ended up the year 3-13. Okay. And I can guarantee you, going into that last game, I don't remember if we won or not, but I can guarantee you, we went into that game, it had nothing to do with, oh, we're going to lose or what you call. We went out there and we balled. We were competitive. And it's like when teams know they're going to the playoffs and they put their second and third guys in, those guys are out there playing. They're like, I want to show you that I can play,
Yep.
So
makes sense. So Chubb last year, do you remember this, Scott? Chubb talked about last year, Nick Chubb.
Nick?
Yeah, from the defensive end down there. And he was saying that
it's not Nick Chubb's the running back.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, who? Yeah, Brandon Chubb.
Brandon Chubb.
Chubb, yeah, defensive end. He was saying last year that the locker room was completely lost and guys had given up. Like he said that in a press conference down in Miami last year.
Oh wow!
And
maybe they got insulted.
That's where I'm at. Yeah. Well, I was like, he said it this year, I think, as like, well, this happened last year, but it's not going to happen this year. These guys have a different mentality, right? And I couldn't believe it, because like what you're saying, like as much as it's a team sport and you got to play together, you also, there's like the individual element to it where it's like, this isn't your last team, this isn't your last contract, unless you actually do this thing, which is like give up. like if you put on film that you're not playing, then yeah, like maybe it is your last team and your last contract. But I always assumed, like, as much of a team sport as it is, you have to be a team player, but you also have to be playing for yourself to make sure that your family's taken care of, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I can tell you, like I said, we had talent, but we couldn't win when I was with the Cardinals that last year. And we had some close games and stuff like that, but I look at us defensively, and I look at our team, and I try to remember about our guys. One thing that I've never ever been a part of is it's over. We know the season's over. This is our last game. We know that.
Yeah.
But guess what? We're not going out on the bottom. We're going out on the top.
Yeah.
And guys were motivated to play. We never lost that motivation to win, even though we didn't have a winning record. I went from my first year 13-3 to my last year 3-13, but never once that was I on a team where I've seen someone physically and mentally give up. I'd call that person out, but I've never seen that in my 10 years of playing.
Because
for a guy to say his team gave up, or that players gave up, I would have beat the daylights out of him.
I would like to. The Miami Dolphins have been known to have really no leadership in their locker room. Seiler was their captain, and a very show it, not talk about it kind of captain. So it's been noted that Dolphins really don't have a great locker room to begin with. But Mark, like you're saying, you're at the professional level. You guys are giving 110%. That's why you play the games on Sunday, because any team can win on a Sunday. And there have been bad teams that beat really good teams because that's exactly why. These players are NFL players that have been drafted or brought up and are on a team because they're professionals. And if sometimes it is a game of inches, so you're going to win the games that you're not supposed to because everyone's giving 110%. And you're also told, even at a very young age, I teach this to my C team and B teamers, the moment you give 90% will be the moment that you get blindsided or you're not in the right spot and you're going to get hurt. And so there's that big part. If you don't give 110% every time, you're going to make yourself vulnerable to injury. And there's a big part alone.
Yeah. Like I said, it's kind of, it's just, like I said, that's just hard for me to hear that a player would actually say that. And I don't care. You always have someone in the locker room who is your hype guy. You always have someone who's going to be that leader that's there somewhere or not. Like with us, even it was Daryl Talley, of course, and a few other guys, but Daryl was going to outright tell you or curse you out right then and there, so you knew, but he was there and he would motivate you. But like even a simple thing of Jim throwing up before a game, just like Josh throwing up for a game, that shows you that, okay, this is what we're waiting for. This is what we're waiting for. When he throws up, oh, it's time to go. It's on. We know it's time to go. That's his way of doing it. But for a team to say that they have no leadership in the locker room, they have no leadership in the locker room because they have no coaching in the locker room. They have no coaching from the organization. They don't have any organization behind them and stuff like that, And I was in Arizona for 3 years. And like I said, I didn't know who the owner of the team was because he was never really involved with us as the players. But our coaches and players, we were tight. And, that leadership all falls down from the top, and you find a guy and you tell him, listen, you're the leader of this team. You have to do something. You don't need to be a silent leader. You can be, this, you can be that, and you get it done. But yeah, that kind of just chaps me hearing someone say that because I never, I don't care who it is. You're not beating me. You're not beating me. Whether it's you, we could be down 100-0, and I'm going to go out there and I'm still going to try to break your neck. Plain and simple. I'm not going to let you run over me. You're not. Score may say something different, but when we get done with that battle, you're going to be like, "Dang, that was a hard fought 100 points."
Yeah. I mean, I think that your generation, that like coming up, watching that kind of football and that kind of passion, that is exactly what entrenched me and Scooter and all into like believing and getting into it and being like, they're never like, this team's never going to quit. The drought years, all that stuff. Like, as fans, it's important to us. I mean, obviously it's very important to you guys, but it's important to us to know that like that's happening, because like you don't want to think your guys are giving up. You don't want to. This is like the whole deal, man. And even, talking about like, you guys went in and it didn't matter what your record was last game, giving it your all. Absolutely. To me, like, it was always like, there's only 16 of these a year at that time. I want a win whenever I can get it, because it's literally 2.5 weeks, if you put it all together, that I get to enjoy the thing that I love the most. So they're all important. It doesn't matter where it is. They're all important. So it's awesome to hear. But anyway, so now that we're rolling through all of this, Scott, you got any quick hitters about this game? And we should probably do some score predictions and get you back.
It's one of those situations. You got one establishment that just beat one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now, and the Buffalo Bills beating the Chiefs, going against now the next week playing an establishment that seems to be crumbling the ground underneath their feet as it is. I don't want and again, we're playing professionals, but I just don't want the high than the low. I want that 14-point win, an easy win. I want to see Trubisky come in that fourth quarter and get some of these younger guys those much-needed snaps that it is important. Get these young guys some snaps that normally don't, because playoff time, you might have to depend on them. So keep the foot on the gas in all aspects of this football game.
Yeah, absolutely. No trap game. Go down there and play. I want this team to play every team like they're the Chiefs. I want that. It seems like the preparedness for the Chiefs is always at the highest level, and you get these incredible games. And that to me goes to the coordinators. The game plan, the prep, that all needs to be so together for every team every week. Not to say whatever. I know it's a serious thing and it's whatever, but Brady to me still has something to prove. He's getting a lot of talk about head coaching. I want to see a plan every single week that just hits those weaknesses in every defense. Like, there's no reason for you to be at this level with these players and this offense and not just inflict your will on them at any given moment. So I want to see a solid game plan this week to just destroy the Miami Dolphins, who are already in a little bit of a tire fire right now. So I'll start out the score predictions. Hit them up in the comments. For me, man, you want a Bills back-to-backer? Here we go. It's going to be 37-13. No respect for Tua and a depleted Dolphins, whatever they are. That's my get. 37-13 13. And my X factor is going to be Shakir. I want Shakir to have himself a day. I want him to have another let's get 100-yard plus and a TD. How about that? Mark, what do you got?
Oh, I'm going to go. I was thinking 30 also, but I was thinking I'm going to say 31 to 16, where the defense is going to play very well, stop them, hold them, kick field goals, kick 3 field goals, let them get one score, and make it 31-16. I kind of like that score. Who I'd like to see play well is I like to see Keon have a really, really good game, and kind of stand out. I would like to see that. And someone said in the comments that I'm on fire tonight, and I told Jerry I was going to be on fire tonight. So, because he was telling me I had to wait, I'm like, no, there it is, Adam. I'm like, no, I'm on fire. I told him in the message I sent him, I'm like, listen, I'm on fire tonight. I'm amped up. I'm ready to go.
What we were talking about, because we were like, man, we feel bad when one of us can't be here when you're here, because it's like our favorite shows, and I was like, well, Jerry's sick.
He's kissing up now. Okay.
Who is? Me?
No. Yeah, you keep going. Favorite shows. I got it. No.
I'm sorry, Mr. Maddox.
No. But I told him, I said, I'll come back. I'll come back soon, get me back in a few weeks, couple weeks.
There you go.
You
some
come back
smack.
every week. I don't care.
So,
Let's go.
yeah.
You can be on. You can be on the panel. You could
Yeah,
make more shows than Jerry makes sometimes.
I don't know. I don't know. I have to have like little tea and crumpets,
That's
water and nachos.
Listen, we've had you cooking wings. We've had you bowl.
Yeah.
We've had all aspects.
Now we got a little tea party. We have it all. We've had it all.
You never know what you're going to get. And listen, if they do come on when I'm on here, we're not done in an hour. That just has never happened yet.
You're right.
The Buff fan base hasn't yelled at us yet for that.
No, they don't care. Yeah. 1,401 of you tuning in live
There you
tonight.
go.
Appreciate it. Scott, what do you got? X Factor in the score, man.
Yeah, I have more than that 14-point win. I have a 42-10. We're on the up. Miami's on the down. My X factor is just avoid the distraction. Miami's on the down. We know that. Just go in and handle business. And I will throw out a Mad Max pick 6 this week.
Ooh. Well,
I think this is a perfect week for him to get CB2 reps.
Mhm.
None of that 50%, none of that 33%. Bring Mad Max out there. Let him perform.
Well, listen, all of you guys' takes and score predictions, they're okay. They're fine. They're great. But let's get to the expert here, who is Eli from Eli's Winning Lockdown.
Hey, welcome to Eli's Winning Lockdown. This Sunday at 1 p.m., Bills versus the Dolphins. Well, Miami has been dumping players into the dumpster because they know how bad of a team they are. Oh, I hope Mad Max gets another interception from Tua Tagovailoa. Also, that win last week was easy peasy, orange zesty squeezy. My X Factor is James Cook. Let him cook. And my Y Factor, or my second X Factor, is can Katie do it? Yes, he can! Prediction 33-27. Shout out to 26 shirts, official retail of the Bills Mafia babes. And as always,
I'm sad he didn't say his mom had Riz tonight. Or no Riz. No Riz.
She films them for him, so I think he like, plants it strategically there when he rips on her.
He's trying to be nice to mom.
That's Eli right there. Listen, I'm not saying anything about anything, but if you bet Eli's money line, you're winning money, man. The kid's on all the time. Go get it. Eli's our kid in the streets, and we love him to death. Yeah. 14-20. Watch it live. Thank you guys so much. It's been a great pleasure having our friend Mr. Mark Maddox, who I'm not kissing ass to. I just like him a lot, so I'm going to keep saying it.
I like you guys too. You guys are pretty cool, and I do enjoy coming on the show. It makes me smile, and we do get a chance to have a good time, talk about the Bills, and sometimes about life. It's just it's amazing.
Yeah, we love it, man. We're so blessed to have you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
To come on, and again, anytime you want, man. Absolutely anytime. And I'm glad you put your foot down and said, "No, gosh darn maggot."
Exactly. I had my 3 up, 3 down. I was ready to go.
Yeah, man. You had your notes.
I did my homework, and I was ready to go.
I wanted to be a fly in the wall when there was a. These guys not sending me a link. Okay.
Where's my link? Mark, give us a final thought, man. And again, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
My final thought is that, I'm just really pleased with this team and the way they're playing. There's only one game that I've seen them out of sorts where offensively they just looked like they were off beat a little bit. And that was that Atlanta game where they just didn't look like they were 100%. They looked like something was off. And it could have been the timing, travel, or just I think because that was back-to-back night games, wasn't it? Because it was the Patriots the week before. Yeah. And so I don't know if that caused some of it because, depending on when you play, it affects you and how you play and stuff like that. So it's just one of those things. But I just, for me, I just want to see them go out there and execute. And as long as they do that, I'm happy with whatever the outcome of the game is. But execution is far and more important than anything else. Limit their mistakes, turnovers and penalties, plain and simple.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Scooter Magooter, what do you got for a final thought, my man?
My final thought, and it seems like the NFL is not promoting as much as they have in the past. I know last month was Cancer Awareness Month. This month is a salute to service, and I'm guilty of it. Our first game was this past week, November, salute to service. Our boys, Buffalo Spartan and Corey, went out to the game, and until I saw them all dressed up in their military colors, I was like, oh shit, you know what? It is military salute to service month, and I just want to bring to the attention of us being able to do all this because of the people that have served and fought for our rights to be able to have this freedoms that we have. So I do want to bring that to the attention. Salute to Service Month is in November. Let's not forget about it. Get your jerseys out there, support the Bills, obviously in the NFL, but support the military by getting those jerseys. And it's something that shouldn't be remembered just once out of 12 months. It should be remembered all the time. So salute to service. Thank you for all that have served. All that had given the biggest sacrifice for us to be able to do what we want. Mark to play a game that he loves, and for us to be able to watch every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday the games we love without any kind of discretion at all. Thank you all for your service, for sure.
Absolutely, man. We have a ton of buddies. One of them I got right up in the comments here right now.
This is Sparta!
Who are veterans, also our boy Corey Blaine and numerous others. Please don't hate me for not listing everybody else, but we appreciate you guys so much. And I wanted to do just a quick little story. Close family friend of Sarah's, and then married in for me. Great guy. He has been helping us do some stuff over at a building that we own, and he couldn't do anything tomorrow because they are bringing back the remains of a man, I believe, from World War II, who was found in New Guinea. His plane went down and was buried in a grave, and they ran some DNA testing over the last couple of years. He's actually from Lyons, New York, which is right down the road, and they're flying his remains over 80 years later over here, and then doing a progression all the way from Rochester down to the site, and holding a memorial for him for the next 2 days. And I don't know, man, I think that's just incredible. The amount of science, research, and time that went into all that is nothing compared to like what was given on his behalf. But I just, it makes you stop and think about how grateful you have to be for people that are selfless and do those kind of things. And yeah, he's part of all of it, voluntarily going and doing all of it, rain or shine. And it's important to him, and I think that that's like a character that might be lost a little bit as time goes on. So just remember, man, none of this is for nothing. It's all somebody else's back that allowed you to be where you are. So yeah. Anyway, great time, great talk. Love all of you guys very much. Enjoy this game this week. Again, we don't get very many of them. Thank you so much to our friend, Mr. Mark Maddox, for joining us. I did want to throw up real quick. We are having, Mark, you can come up if you want, an FLX meetup at the small town bar right here in my hometown, Dirty Jack's. We are going to do a viewing party, live show right there at the bar, giveaways, signed items to raffle off, drink specials, all that good stuff. Check out the event on our pages, social media, wherever, to get any other final details. But it's going to be a great time. Maybe we can get you to,
When's the date? You didn't say the date, did you?
The date is December 7th.
Oh, yeah, it's cold then.
Well, maybe we could get you to pop in on video, man, if you want. Wow.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can. Oh, you know what? On the 7th, it depends on how early it is. I'm going to San Antonio. Yeah, I'm going to go to San Antonio that on the 7th. I remember that for sure.
So we're gonna do like an hour show ish before the Cincinnati game. So it's gonna be like 3 to 4 ish.
Okay, I might be able to pop in.
Yeah, we'll
real
talk
quick.
something. Yeah, it'd be fun, man.
Yeah.
It's we've been trying to do some more of these live things and get people up and involved and hanging, and hopefully get some more people to the Rager, which I'm trying to think of a name to rebrand because that talk that you and I had about how people are scared because like really like I was like, oh man, because
you want me to take my kid to a Rager? Okay, it's not that kind of Rager. No, we're gonna give your kid. We're gonna have your kid. We're gonna teach him young. Come to the Rager.
You know what shotgun is, kid?
Hold my feet.
Oh my god!
All right, guys. Thanks again. 1,448 of you tuning in for season 6, episode 34. Thank you so much. Again, this episode was sponsored by Trails and Restaurant in Dresden. Go down Route 14 and check them out. Great eats. And go Bills.
Go Bills.
Bills.
Go